Happy Friday, Brian Manning here with your weekly update. Let's get right to it. So Monday this week, markets were closed in observance of Columbus Day. Tuesday this week, we get what's called the Cass Freight Shipment Index. So the Cass Freight Shipment Index tracks shipping and shipments with imports and exports. And it's a really great way to keep your finger on the pulse of what's happening economically, because if shipments and imports and exports start to decrease, that usually is an indication of a recession coming up as well. So the index shows a decrease, and also their statement was that they could actually potentially even see negative GDP as early as the fourth quarter of this year. Really interesting to hear that, so we'll have to wait and see what happens there. Also this week we got housing starts. So housing starts is new construction homes getting started, and for the month of September, housing starts were down, at least with the headline number, they were down 9.4%. Now, keep in mind that in the month of August, housing starts were the strongest number in 12 years. So it's really likely to see, or not, it's just not uncommon to see this number come down when we had the strongest number 12 years ago in the month of August. But also the note is that the reason why it was primarily down was really from multifamily. So if you strip out the headline number and you don't look at multifamily, you look at single family homes, actually housing starts were up for the month of September. So for our residential housing purposes, still really good to see that as well. Today you get talk of Homebuyer and millennials and first-time home buyers. So what's really incredible is that in their talk, if you look at this, they started to identify and say that there was a spike in the birth rate starting 33 years ago. And I think that the spike in the birth rate lasted somewhere between 7 and 9 years. The reason why this is important is because first-time home buyers lately have been making up 32 to 33% of all purchase transactions, which is a lot of it. But usually and historically, purchase transactions have been somewhere between 40 and 50% first-time home buyers. So millennials have been slower to come into the home buying game here. Well, 33 years ago right now starts the spike in the birth rate, which means for the next 7 or 9 years, you're going to see continual spikes in the birth rate as well. It started 33 years ago, which means millennials are getting older and more of them are moving into the prime home buying age as well. So, challenge we're going to have, new construction cannot keep up with building, new construction and inventory can't keep up with buyers that are coming in, and this is certainly going to put pressure on the market as well from the next 7 to 9 years. So really interesting to see. I'm around all weekend. If you have any questions, give me a call. I'd love to help you any way any can. Any mortgage questions, any buyers need pre-approved, just reach out to me anytime. Call me on my cell phone, text me. Happy Friday. Hope you have a great day.